in the perfect world, like that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody just does stuff and like we just mind our business. But like at the end of the day, you know, it's still gonna be certain advantages they have because it's a man, or certain disadvantages that sis have because she was born a woman. So it's like, how they gonna make this like? Because even with swimming, like a lot of things that determine whether they win or not is the length, like their height. So if you got a man in a pool that's swimming against like shorter girls and he's 6'5", yeah, he might win because he's just taller. Like some stuff just don't like. I'm good with that.
It's not about the advantage, like because at this point, this person is no longer identifying. And hey, y'all, welcome back to another episode.
Oh, we recording already.
Hey. You see me press record? I didn't want us to get all the good news out before we was recording. Yeah. I tried to get the meat. Welcome back to another episode of Black Bougie and Bout It. We're deep inside the topic already. Because we have opposing views. One of the rare times me and Jessica aren't on the same page. But we're talking about, I don't even know the young lady's name. What's the name?
Leah Thomas.
Leah Thomas, the NCAA swimmer that they've granted, I guess, permission to swim in the trans woman they've granted to swim in the women's category in the NCAA. So I'll let you go first.
I will. I don't agree with it. I will. I'm not really here for it, y'all. I know, like, what the times are, and like everybody wants you to just be like, yeah, that's fine. But I don't know, some stuff I'm just not really like. I don't know if I agree with it. I'm sorry.
I don't have a problem with it. I think that my issue is going to be when trans men start trying to join all men's sports, because are they going to have this same energy if a trans man wants to play on the NCAA football team? Are they going to have the same energy if a trans man wants to play on a all-male baseball team at NCAA? Like, I want them to have the same energy across the board for all trans people. If you don't let one person do something, you gotta let all do it. Now, I think that's when we gonna kind of hit the bump in the road. Is because they don't even like having gay players. That one guy who was gay in the NFL, did he ever even play? I think he quit before he even played his first game.
Now, I do think if they're gonna do one, then they should do it all. True, I get that. But it's like, this is even being fought tooth and nail. So it's like, that's why I said they pretty much have the same energy for it, because they don't even want her to compete. Yeah. So the energy across the board is a no.
Yeah. So they more for the NCAA. Granted them,
Well, yeah, and they probably doing it because I know, of course, they're trying to be inclusive and everything. But like you said, if they're gonna do, something for one, they should do it for them all. And I agree with that. But I don't know. I'm just not really like. I don't know. I'm just not kind of here for that. I know. I was reading, because shout out to Paul at Boringham, because I saw he's posted this. He posted about it on his story, and he asked people whether they agree with it or not. And a lot of people said no. Some people said yes, because technically, if she identifies as a woman, like, she's a woman, but it's not a woman.
But it is. That's what I think people can't. You can't. That's where you start kind of not. I don't want to say being disrespectful, but like missing, I guess, the point of it, because that's not at that point. Right. When a person, and we can't speak too deep on it, because neither one of us are transgender or a part of that community. Right. But from what I'm seeing from the outside looking in, once the person declares that they identify as whatever gender, that's what they are. Yes, biologically they might have been born as whatever. Right. But now, by a lot of laws and a lot of whatever, they are whoever they identify as, whoever they are. So by technicality, they are whatever sex they say they are.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like, as it pertains to like asserting yourself over stuff like that, it's like, we can agree that you a woman, but still it's still certain things you can't do because you're not a woman. Yeah. So like, in this instance, like, I feel like it is going to be some like unfair advantages that they're going to have because they was born a man that women just don't have.
Yeah.
So, like, if a woman decides, you know, if there's a transgender woman and she decides she wants to play, like, football with the guys, that's kind of on her at that point. You get your ass out there.
I think it's their
You know what I'm saying? You get your ass out there and get tackled by them big-ass men if you want to. Like, you're going to be hurt. But on their side, and they're competing against women, they're going to dominate. They're not going to be hurt. So maybe that's why it's been easier for them to, like, join certain sports, join women's sports and not the other way around. But I mean, like, yeah, you're a woman and we acknowledge that. But I feel like now sometimes when it comes to like transgender people and gay people, it's like a forcing sometimes. It's like a forcing of acceptance sometimes. Like, and you really be mad if people don't agree or if people don't get it. Like, I feel like it's a slow burn or whatever. Like, people are not just going to be like, yeah, you can come. Like, people just yesterday started agreeing with the fact that, like, okay, yeah, true. Yeah, you're a woman. And now it's like, okay, cool, I'm a woman, so now I want to do this. People are not okay with that. I feel like I don't blame them.
But then it's like, it's kind of like that. And I mean, I don't like saying devil's advocate, but I'm going to, you know, if you compare it to like black situations and what black
totally
people
different.
is, but it's not in lieu of the discrimination and what happens. You know, they don't get jobs, a lot of them, because of, you know, the gender they decide to be. A lot of them also, you know, are murdered, and their murders aren't even talked about on the news and mainstream. They don't even probably, a lot of times, they don't even really put forth effort in trying to solve the case.
Yeah.
And all the other terrors that I'm sure they go through that I don't even understand nor know about. So I think it's just like they want the opportunity to do and, you know, be free, just like black people wanted the opportunity to do and be free.
Of course, yeah, I get that. Being trans and being black is two totally different things. I don't see it that way. I could look at you and see it in the dark or whatever that I'm black. But you can decide to look like your gender or you can decide to not. So that's why it's the same.
But a lot of people who are transgender aren't walking around looking like their gender that they were born as.
I know, but I'm saying it's a choice.
It's kind of obvious too.
But it's a choice. That's why I'm saying.
Yeah, but they're choosing to be who they feel that they are. They're not choosing to be humiliated, belittled, murdered, assaulted, and all of that. And they don't make, you know, it's not a balance.
No, it's not a balance, but it's also not like a tug of war who has it worse either. Like, I do feel like they go through a lot. Obviously, I'm not like ignorant to what they be going through, and it is bad. It's sad. Nobody should be suffering or killed or anything like that. You know, I know because I'm black. Like, we all get that. But it's like, at the same time, just like black people don't have to, like, white people either gonna like us pretty much or they aren't. Even now with us living our life and we post slavery and post segregation and Trump still rule the world. Yeah. Like, or those kind of mindsets still rule the world. That kind of mindset, people not agreeing with them or not wanting to be around them, it's gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the same struggle at all. You could choose even if you felt that way in your heart and that's how you wanted to be, because people been doing that for decades, for centuries, and they still choose to live their life not like that, and you can still go on and be okay. But like when you're black,
but you don't really have a choice. You can't say that, Jessica, because
you can't.
You can't say that because you don't know whatever feeling it is.
I know, but I'm saying
the desire they feel to be.
But you can hide your desire. That's why I'm saying it's different.
That's not right, though.
No, I know it's not right, but I'm saying the fact, like, it's like Caitlyn Jenner. He lived his whole life as a man. And then he up and decided he wanted to choose his sex and be a woman.
But is it it looks like it up and decided for us, but we don't know the struggle and the turmoil that they might have gone through.
In his heart, he felt that way, but he still lived his life as a man. He still made a choice to decide to live out what was in his heart. That's why it's different from being like black and being transgender, because you can still feel it in your heart and suffer, but still choose to live your outside life as a thing. I can't choose to up and be white. I can't choose to be. I mean,
I'm not saying it's the exact same struggle, but what I'm saying is that there has to be a level of understanding that it's not a choice. Like, if we brought a transgender person on this show, they're not gonna sit up here and say, "I made a choice." It's not a. I don't think that any of them, and I might be misspeaking, but I don't think that any transgender person makes that choice, because once you make that choice, ain't no going back, and now you got a target on you because this is how you want to live your life. So I don't think that it's a choice. I think it really is something that you are innately born with.
I think you are innately born with it, but I feel like the times embolden you to be able, the times give you the courage to make that decision to now live your life out. Because back then, people, they probably felt like that all the time. Just like, you know, the dad that was on the Brady Bunch, I think the first dad, he was a gay man. And nobody ever knew, like, you know, people live their life, gayness or like homosexuality, whatever. That it's not like it just popped up in 2002. Yeah. Like, it's been around for a long time. But people, because of the times and it wasn't accepted, they didn't choose to live their life like that. So a lot of them still got married. Did whatever they, you know, did whatever. Now, because the times are changing and it is more acceptance around it, then now you can be like, okay, well, I feel like this inside. I have people around me who support it, even though it's still naysayers, but I can make a decision to say, I want to live my life like that. And that's what the difference is. I can't decide I don't want to be black no more. I'm going to decide I can't have naps. That's why I'm saying it's a choice. Your sexuality is kind of a choice.
Equality across the
board. Man, you can still decide to go be with women. Then you can decide to go be with men. But you gonna still be black.
Indeed. But that's not the same as transgender, though.
I mean, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, when it comes to, a lot of times when it comes to who you sleep with, it's a choice.
True. But being transgender is nothing about sexuality. For the people who don't know that, just a little tidbit, it's not about your sexuality.
Well, right now,
it has nothing to do with what you're attracted to.
Yeah, well, I'm not putting that out there. I'm interested to see how it's like gonna continue to unfold, because I feel like this is gonna be a slow rock to pick at, for real. Because I don't think it's gonna be like super soon. Gonna just be like, yeah, y'all can play. I don't think it's gonna be soon like that.
I think, honestly, the more I think about it, it might be easier for trans men than trans women, only because that trans men were originally, you know, assigned female sex at birth. So that, you know, people kind of look at them from now, oh, well, you know, they whatever. So they might treat them with that still how they would probably treat other women. You know, with that. I mean,
it's not to say that women can't whoop men ass in sports. It's been done. But of course, some sports that are like super physical, I think that's why I say I think it's gonna be more of their choice if they want to do that. Because if you got,
I would if I want that check. They get paid way more.
You got the check, but it's like you got a big ass man running at you.
You ain't gotta play. You can be on the bench. You just gotta be on the team.
I mean, but you can't tell them what to play.
So if I was a trans, I'm just gonna be honest. I would get my ass about the WNBA and go to the NBA and sit my ass on that
something like that. Yeah, but like, say if they want to play football, if they want to do hockey, or if they want to do like a lot of these other contact sports, where all these men is falling on you and all kinds of stuff. Like, that's why I said that's going to be more of their choice. That's probably why we don't see it as often. Like, we might see, you know, transgender women try to join those sports that are all female, because they don't risk to like lose anything. They're not and like nobody's gonna hurt them. You know what I'm saying? But these other sports that are like intense, and you got all these big ass men falling on you.
I don't know. I didn't see big ass women before.
Big ass women and big ass men.
But a lot of different things. People are on testosterone, which means, you know, that's hormones that men have. I'm just saying.
It's still not. That's what I'm saying. It's still not the same thing. Want to be a man? Treat you like a man. Let niggas go out there and run on you.
And do what it is that makes you happy. As long as you, and this is my rule. As long as y'all ain't out here messing with children and raping and killing and you know, doing stuff like that, live your life. Be happy. be, and just
live your life, be happy.
Life.
I don't have a problem with them.
I say let them swim, let them throw balls, let them dunk them.
Live your life, be happy. But I think you gotta accept the fact that people still have a problem with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like sometimes go in the rooms that ease into stuff. That's how I feel about this right now. People not fucking with this. It's not to say that they never will, but I just it's still a little. I don't know. That water's still hot. They might need to let it cool down a little bit.
I don't know. I have an understanding heart, as a lot of our listeners know, and I want everybody to live their life and be happy and not have to go through a whole bunch of bullshit to do shit that don't concern other people. So
yeah, I do too.
I say let the folks play whatever sport they want to play, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
This is what I say. I feel like the world would be a better place, honestly. If folks let these folks do what they want to do, and then if they don't want to do no more watch, they're gonna come back and be like, I burnt my hand. When you stick your hand in the fire, you're gonna get burnt. So let the people burn themselves if that's what they want. I don't know. It's just the back and forth. I don't know. I just say let folks let's just because there's so many people trying to take decisions and choices away from people when it's their decision and their choice in the first place, or they whatever.
Yeah, but it's not their decision. Their decision and their choice, because you want to go over there and play. Yeah, that's fine if you want to swim, but that don't mean you can swim over here. That's what that is. That's not your decision.
But if I'm a woman, if I'm a person who's I'm a woman, I would want to swim with the women.
But they don't think that they're a woman.
But that's the issue. That is the issue at hand.
But see, that's what I'm saying. You made a decision. The world didn't.
But if I have said, but that's you. But that's what I'm saying. That should be respected by the law. Just like your name is your name and your whatever is your whatever, then your whatever I identify as should be respected across the board. Whatever. Yeah. If I say I want to be a purple rock, then let me be that damn purple rock. And
I want your rock over there.
I don't know. I just let the folks play the sports. And that's how I feel.
Hold on, I gotta go to it. I'm so used to you having your thing up.
I left my computer at home.
Adjust my eyes.
Y'all, so this has been trending crazy on Twitter today and probably since Monday. About that, I don't even know her name, but about that 21-year-old girl who basically had tweeted out about getting pulled over by the cops because she was going 110 and a 50 or something.
Yep.
And then the cops let her go because they got another call. Homegirl killed the cops and somebody else drunk driving. And this, I'm not saying this to be funny, but I'm saying this to be not only did you originally get away when you should have gotten the ticket, you should have got the DUI. You didn't take that as God trying to warn you. Slow you down and be look, baby, you tripping.
She's 21, and when you're young, you do stupid shit. And I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying, sometimes when you're young, even though you just got pulled over by the cops, you might have been shit, dodge that bullet.
And I would have been driving like this the whole way home. I know. Because if you was drunk as fuck to the point where you was going 110 and a 50.
Yeah.
And the cops pulled you over and did not give you the DUI.
Yeah,
that was God trying to look out for you. And you literally was nah, forget this, and kept it pushing.
But that's what I'm saying. When you're young, you do stupid ass shit that.
Now her ass gonna be
she's 21 years old. Her name is Jayana Tanae Webb. She's from Eagleville. Let's see. Yeah, she's from Eagleville. They didn't say where. What state? Oh, Pennsylvania. She says that I can't talk. She's been charged with third-degree murder, homicide by vehicle while driving under the influence, DUI, and related charges in connection with a fatal crash that claimed the life of Pennsylvania State Troopers Martin Mack and Braden Siska, and a 28-year-old, the other guy who they had pulled over. So they had left her and pulled over somebody else.
She killed
the person that they pulled over to. That's awful. And also, she was tweeting before.
Just tweeting.
She said this at 9:47. So I'm unsure what time the actual accident happened. But she said, "Why the cop pulled me?" And he said, "I'm doing 110 in a 50." So she was probably driving, texting, or tweeting.
And she has like a whole slew of tweets, like from other days, where she was like, "Oh, I'm the best drunk driver ever."
Yeah, she said, "If you ask me, I'm the best drunk driver ever."
Yeah, she always is like tweeting about getting drunk and drinking and driving. Your homegirl going under the jail, and I hate to see, a black sister go to jail, but I mean, there ain't nothing I can say.
I mean, it's terrible that she did that. I done drove drunk plenty of times, and that's not me bragging about it. I'm just being honest. Like, when you in college or when you young or whatever. One thing about me, I'm going home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home.
I
ain't never drove belligerently drunk though. Now I don't know if I ain't never been 110 and 50 drunk driving home. I ain't never been that drunk. Like I might have been a little tipsy. And again, we don't do this. Please don't do this.
I really don't drink, so she's probably not the right person to talk about this.
But I do other things and I drive.
Yeah, other things though don't have you feeling like how you feel.
No, it don't. So I've driven drunk before. Yeah. And it's not a fun experience.
Be trying to have the air on, blow on your
window
down. I be trying to have the music on
because you gotta concentrate.
Call somebody on the phone. Like, no, I'm definitely.
Where were your friends, homegirl? Where was you coming from?
Ain't no telling. Like, I've drove drunk like home and been with my friends and was fucked up and just was like, okay, we're going home, and messed up my car. I remember I don't know what the fuck I hit because I probably dozed off at the wheel. Let me thank God right now for just protecting me and waiting on me and watching over me and sending a guardian angel. Cause hell, she could have been me. That's why it's like it's terrible, but I'm not judging because I definitely have been there. Like, I done been drunk as hell at Alabama. Me and my friend got drunk at a party at Alabama, and we came there together and got lost in the party. And so both of us, somebody different took both of us home. Like, I have been there. So, but that's terrible. And for the families and everything, that's horrible.
Yeah,
and then not only her, she has ruined her life because you killed 2 police officers.
Yeah.
Girl, they finna tear you up in jail.
Yeah. I just hate that. I just want this to be a lesson, y'all, to just try to be a little more careful. Like,
please.
I know the turn up is fine and like y'all can drink. Like, I ain't judging all that, but just like take this as a wake up call to just make smarter choices and make safer choices.
And then I would say at least like know your limit and actually get to a place where you feel comfortable spending the night if you know you're gonna get like that, and then get like that when you get there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Or
don't be afraid to take no nap in the back of that car.
Don't be afraid to take a nap. Now, watch your surroundings.
Yeah,
because that's one of the reasons why one of the times that I drove drunk. That's why I just went on home, because I was downtown and I didn't feel like safe to just sit there. And so I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go home. And I fucked my tire up, and I'm telling y'all, what my business. But
I never been drunk like that, y'all, so I can't really tell y'all. I
fell asleep.
Not from driving drunk.
I think I fell asleep a little bit at the wheel, and I probably hit a curve or something. And so as soon as I hit it, I knew my tire was flat, totally done. And so I was going down Highway 79, like through Tarrant. And I got to like the Burger King. If y'all from the east side, I guess you know what I'm talking about. But I got to like the Burger King next to the ranch house, and I pulled in the parking lot. Now, that's why I said the Lord be watching over me, because whoever was working at the Burger King that night, they had like I guess they were just leaving, or somebody was sitting in the car out there. And they was like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I didn't even have enough strength to say like, I'm okay. I had just enough strength to call my dad, because my dad lives in Fultondale, and I was just like, "Dad, I got a flat tire, blah blah blah." So I fell asleep, and by the time my dad got there, he was like banging on my window to like, so he can open the door. And my tire was flat as fuck. It's probably had a hole in it, and he couldn't get the spare on there. It was dark or whatever, and I don't think he thought it was gonna be like that bad. So he probably didn't have like the tools he needed, and so he just took me home. So I just went home and went to sleep. And when I woke up, my dad called me, and he was just like yelling, and like I was, yeah. And then we had to go back the next day because I had to leave my car in the Burger King parking lot and go get my car. Child, but that was the first time I did that. That was probably one of the last times I did that. But child, yeah, I have drove drunk many a time.
Yeah, nah,
but
I don't drink like that.
I don't advise it. Don't say you're the best drunk driver ever. Thank God that nothing ever happened to me. But yeah, or me or nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My ass just tore that Honda up.
Yeah, y'all don't. I'm all
coming off of that,
but again, or like Uber, taxi, something. Yeah, take your ass back in where you came from and sit down for a little while, get some water. Like, I don't know, like, or keep a little kid in your car if it's that serious. Get you some saltine crackers, some water. Yeah, a little Tylenol, and keep a little go pack or something. I don't know.
Or go ahead and like just try to make yourself throw up. And sometimes if you're going to get that throw up out, you might can make it home. But don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like me.
Yeah.
I borderline had a problem.
Make some decision.
Like, I don't know, like when you come from a party school, you just drink a lot. And so like being in Alabama, we just drunk all the time. Like I would keep drinking so that I wouldn't like get undrunk, like so I wouldn't have a headache. I would just keep drinking, like, you know what I'm saying? So
my stomach is churning.
Ooh, she's not a drinker.
Taste. My 3 is my limit. I'm not doing no more 3 or whatever. We do a shot, 3 shots.
My favorite quote about drinking is from your mom.
Jessica see me at my worst. That's how she knows. It's not my ministry. I'm not like now. Why?
Yo, Alvin and Mama said, "What did y'all drink, baby?"
I told you they took the strength of the black pizza away from my ass. I was dead. Y'all don't get them 2 shots in New Orleans. Don't do the test 2 shots.
I think she gave you some crack.
I think she roofied me.
Yeah,
really. No, y'all. If y'all could have seen me,
really,
I went from being like, "Oh, this is great. I'm having a good time." 2 daiquiris in.
Yeah. And it was so crazy. And I remember like me and Sean was like, it gotta be.
I was on top of the bar.
It gotta be something else because like literally that whole night me and you had drunk all the same stuff. Mm-hmm. All the same stuff. The only thing I didn't have was that damn
for fucking Vaughn. Where's my nigga? Hey Vaughn. But yeah. I was just like the next day, I was like, I felt good. I woke up, I was like, I talked to people on the phone. I got in that shower. I don't know if it was that water
shower.
I was in there like,
hell, I came in. I said, "Are you okay?" I don't know. I don't know. I'm like, what's wrong? Because
when you know you make it throw up, it's the most frustrating thing because I don't like to make myself throw up, so I try to let my body do it. But when you wake up your body, it's by far, I think, one of the most torturous things.
It is.
It's because like you can literally feel it like just slowly creeping up in your body, and you just gotta sit there and just like allow it to happen. So it's just
like, I don't know.
And I was like, I'm gonna throw it.
And it was so crazy because literally, just like she said, when we woke up, we were like, okay, we're gonna go to brunch and we're gonna
I was like, I did that outfit out, everything.
I came back in Albany room because she was like, you was taking a long time to get ready. Yeah. I came in Albany room, I'm like, what's wrong? I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go.
Well, you gotta go because your mama ain't on reservation and we can't cancel because you know it's expensive. And I was like, okay. And then I fucked around and gave me that damn charcoal peel. Looked like a damn demon came up out of me when I threw up. Oh my God, don't do the test 2 shots. Okay, stick to the grenades.
Don't do the grenade.
The grenades is okay. Well, no, you got sick off the grenade.
The first night, it's probably like because I was mixing too. Because whatever stuff
and that them gummy worms.
Yeah, it was like in whiskey or some shit. Child, I had that grenade when me and Albany came back to the room. That's when it like all hit me. I was just like, no. I threw
hydrated in New Orleans.
But nobody knew. Like, I think I told her, but nobody, Sean and them was out the whole night.
Yeah. She was very classy about hers.
Nobody knew.
It's very cute.
I was used to being drunk, so I already knew.
No, I had never been drunk like that in my life. I had just turned 21, y'all. So I had been like drinking, but I had not really like drank where it was out, like I could be out and, you know, drinking in public. Yeah, but it was the best birthday ever. Shout out to everybody.
Hilarious.
Next on the list. Okay, so I ain't gonna call no names or nothing, but I had a conversation today that kind of sparked some things in me or some thoughts. And I truthfully, and I know everybody's heard this saying, if a man wants to, he will. If a man wants to, he will. But I wanted to sit back and think, ladies, like, have y'all ever like had a guy pursue y'all, or like every time you saw him or y'all talk, he'd be like, oh yeah, you know, I want to take you out, or oh yeah, I want to get to know you better, or we should link up, we should hang out. But then it never happens. And then you see him, or you see that he takes another girl out. Do you like look back at yourself and be like, so what's it? Me? Or like, because you know niggas always got excuses for why they ain't take you out, but then they be like the next woman, you know, they be out.
I think it's a combination of things. Like, one, everybody don't mesh well, so it could just be that no, he didn't want to take you specifically out. Maybe he just wasn't feeling it, or like, when I say this isn't me making excuses for niggas, because that's not even me. But
it's not the podcast
at all. But you do know a lot of these niggas is really broke out here. Like, it's a lot of people, even though we're in our 20s, we still in that, like, you know how we're in that ghetto stage.
Like, they don't have to be expensive, bro. I'm not giving no excuses.
I think a lot of guys, if they already kind of see like the kind of girl you are, you know, because men know who they can get away with stuff with. They know who they can take on a cheap date and then go fuck. They know who they can do that with. But they might think that, you know, highly of you, and they might say, okay, I can't do her like that. She might want this, and instead of just coming out, because you know men don't know how to talk. Instead of just coming out and saying, like, hey, I'm not really, you know, in a place financially where we can do a whole lot, but I want to take you somewhere, like, what's something you want to do? I think that it may just be intimidating for them. They might just not know, because it is definitely a city girl's world. Okay. The city girls are up too. And,
hot girls.
And I think they just be nervous about it. So I think it's either one, he just didn't feel you like that, or he probably really didn't have no money.
Dates can be cheap. You can take me to the damn park, and we can sit there and talk and get to know each other. We could dress.
But you know what I mean, though, because I see stuff online where girls be like, if he not doing this or he not doing that, blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? And just like we watch that stuff and we like internalize it, niggas be seeing that shit too. So, you know when girls post stuff on their stories and they be like, yes, sis, okay, they're going. So niggas think, oh shit, she might not, bitches, you need to go after them.
Right. This is what and this is in the Bible, and I think I've said this on the podcast before. Y'all need to be equally yoked. If you what chapter is it, sister? I don't know, look it up. But it's really in there, equally yoked. It's about being with your partner.
Yeah.
Y'all need to stop. If you are a damn retail Hibbett's ass, you know, $12 an hour man.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't need to be going after the bitch who live in the fucking luxury apartments.
Well, no.
Like, I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that they going after girls who live in luxury apartments. But like, if he can see that, like, because you can tell what kind of girl is a good, you know what I'm saying?
The one who lives in a luxury apartment has a certain like lifestyle, a certain price tag. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if you were 12, what be some? And the more I think about what she was saying, the more it actually makes sense. When she was like, I don't want no 9-to-5 man. I don't want, because it's about the balance of it all. Like, if I'm a girl who my rent is $6,000 a month, and you a guy who makes $12 an hour, whatever I'm doing to afford this whatever rent, it ain't necessarily balancing out with.
Well, y'all might not just get along because maybe he don't understand, you know, your business or your work ethic or something like that. But it's not to say that like he wouldn't still be a good man to you or whatever, because he could.
Yeah.
But it's just like y'all's lifestyles might not mesh. You see what I'm saying? But at this time, like with younger people, I do feel like there's a certain amount of a little bit of grace that you kind of have to give people, because we don't all have it figured out either.
Yeah, I
agree. What I'm saying? But when I say that guys see the kind of girl you are, even if you're not living in a high rise with like floor to ceiling windows or something, they can still tell like, oh, she very taken care of. She always look nice. She always carry herself well. That's what I mean when I say they look at you and say, I can't do the cheap shit with her, but I can't get over on her like I could whoever else, and I could take them on a little cheap date or do the bare minimum, but I'm not going to do that with her. But instead of just communicating that, they just don't. And that's what the disconnect for me is. Like, instead of just saying, hey, like, what you want to do, or, actually acting on stuff, men just, like, have these reservations. They never speak on it because they think it make them look weak or whatever the fuck. And then they leave situations and be like, oh, she really went by shit, or then they make it seem like it was the girl fault, but it probably was just them.
Well, be real with me, like
tell the truth, the whole truth, and
met somebody who's very honest about their finances and lets me know what the hell going on and all of that. And hell, he's so honest, I'm uncomfortable. I'd be like, you ain't gotta even tell me that. Nigga was about to tell me the credit score. I was like, I don't even need to know that. Right now.
Don't tell me your business.
But you know what? That shows me security. Security. He's securing himself as a man, and what he brings to the table.
I guess so. See, I'm not the kind of girl who like a whole lot of talk. Show me.
Well, I don't like talk, but like
I like talk. Like
most men that go sit up and gonna talk about finances. Like, oh, this is how you do this, or this is what I do. This is how I get. I
like talk. Like I like communication, but I like actions. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that be, oh, I got this, and I got that. You know what I'm saying? They don't be having shit. Because most people who really have stuff, they just have it. They don't have to tell the world. You just see them with it. So, like, I just like the actions of it all. If you want to take me somewhere, take me. Am I finna beg you? No. At the end of the day, I really could go by myself. You know what I'm saying?
I will pick up that to-go order and be at home in my drawers.
Yeah, but, it's not to say that, like, women don't enjoy men's company, but I think it's just, like, yeah, take me somewhere. Be creative. It's a lot of cute little bars and stuff around here that's got a nice little vibe.
I went X-Throwing the other day, and it was
actually really funny. Yes. It was really funny. My boyfriend did that.
Okay, yeah, I love it. It's a nice little daily date. Now, I don't recommend doing more than 1 hour, because after that hour, you're going to be like, all right, let's go.
Oh, you definitely, yeah.
But it's a nice little daily date. Also, if y'all have date ideas, I need those, like, in the description. Mind your business. I just need more ideas because I've been going out more.
The extra one is cute though. I would say make sure you wear like some shoes you don't really care about, because they got my shoes dirty.
You did?
I did. Because when you step in the little mulch part, when you had to pick the axe up,
they didn't have no mulch on ours.
Which one you went to?
Civil Axe.
That's where I went.
They didn't have no mulch.
They had like mulch down there, so when it fell on the floor, it was like, I guess it was just wood.
It didn't have no.
Oh, maybe it's different.
I said maybe they arranged some things, because there wasn't no. I wore white forces.
Yeah, see, I had on white pants and they was done,
and they still
were done.
It was fine,
but it was really fun. See, stuff like that. It's like you can laugh and talk, and then you can leave there, go get you a little drink or something, whatever. Like that's cute. Period. I'm here for that.
Had a great Friday evening and a Saturday morning.
But even if you wasn't like, because, okay, I'm going to be honest. If you just, let's break that down since y'all be want to talk numbers. If you didn't have Silver X-Throwing is what, like $40?
It's like $50 for 2
$50? Okay. $50. And then you went to J. Alexander's. You finna spend.
You probably like $75, $85.
Okay. So, like, if that's too expensive for somebody, what's something else that they could do?
I said it. You can go to the park. That's fucking free. You can go on a nice day and get smoothies. A smoothie, what?
What you gonna do at the park?
You can sit there and talk and get to know each other.
Okay, tell me something. Y'all know I'm about to be outside like that.
Okay, well, maybe not that.
Okay, Vulcan Park is cute.
The art museum is fucking free.
Oh, the art museum.
You can go to the art museum and go get like a little lunch.
That's a good outfit day.
And if you go to the art museum during like the regular week, they have a restaurant.
In there. Yeah. That's cute. I like that. That's
so you don't have to pay for the art, but you can pay for the food. You know. Now my thing is,
and don't nobody be in there either. So I like
low
that.
Key. If you know what I mean.
You can get you some feels in, take some pictures. That's cute.
Another one. What's another one? I need to think one more. I've been doing these things myself. I haven't been to art museum yet, but I do plan to go. Something else that's kind of affordable.
I ain't gonna lie, bowling isn't that expensive,
like $30.
And I kind of like stuff where it's kind of competitive because like y'all can shit talk and laugh and all that stuff. That's fun.
That was my first date, but a certain person. It was fun.
I would say too, just like try a restaurant. Neither one of y'all have been.
I've been on a skating date before, and that's really fun.
That's cute.
You know, especially if you're like me and you don't know how to skate. Okay, so it's like, oh, let me help me. Let's hold hands. But yeah, we just gave y'all several shit. If you really that broke, cook at home. If you got an apartment, you can set up a cute little rendezvous. You know, not just Netflix and chill with your dirty ass. You can actually like have a little meal. You know, you can order out, put it on some plates if you don't want to cook, and you can light a little candle, have a little wine. All they got $5 wine.
See, I think that's more of like with somebody been vetted a little bit.
But I'm just saying, like you know, if you
a little bit more,
you ain't got no money.
And then if anything, y'all can cook together.
Mm-hmm.
I like
that. Drive-in movies.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean, y'all can do that too.
Yeah.
The movies is always a good date, but if it's not a good first date because y'all can't really talk.
Y'all can't talk. Yeah.
But yeah, we just gave y'all several date ideas.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is a good little next topic since we're talking about money. What's the brokest thing you've ever done?
What isn't the brokest thing I've ever done? Damn. I mean, y'all, we was in college, and let me just by far tell you that those were, I don't even think, they were the hardest years of my life. I thought going through high school and being bullied in high school, yes, I was bullied in high school, believe it or not, was going to be the hardest years of my life. No, ma'am. UAB ran my ass to that ringer and back again. So, the brokest thing, probably like split some shit up on some payment. Nah. I definitely overdrafted my account several times.
Definitely.
That happened.
I did that now.
Because you know, if you would have they got that $35 insufficient fee covered, and they just cover, you know, they cover whatever, you know. So that shit'll go through, and they're just gonna charge you that $35 per, you know, charge.
Oh, okay.
And now your account in the negative, and you just gonna owe that money. But
now Albany sent me this from TikTok, and it came from the Save Less podcast, and they were talking about this. But I have definitely paid for my gas and change before.
I've never done that, but I've put like $5 in my tank. I know that one girl said she put $1. I don't know where you was gonna go on that dollar. I don't know. But I definitely didn't put like $5 before.
I have put 5 in there. I think that little 12. If you don't want to put 20 in there, that 12, do something. I'm trying to tell you.
I never did. I did 10. I do increments of 5, 10, 15, 20. Now I ain't gonna do no in between. I'm gonna get the 10 or I'm gonna do the 15.
I'm just saying. For me, the 12 will hit. The 12 will get me right because it'll be like, oh, we gotta look. We can go cross town if you want to.
Either I can get a full tank or I can get whatever I need to get back home.
I ain't gonna lie, now that, and we were just talking about this last time, now the gas is up and like I usually put the premium in my car. I have definitely put the mid-grade in there now because who got time
to take regular gas? I'm trying to think. The brokest thing I probably did was like, but I don't know if this was broke, but like in college, you know, it would be like one person might have food and I might get the dessert.
Yeah.
And then, or I could bring I got the sodas because I only got $2.
Yeah.
$3. I know. 2 liters.
I know when we was in Alabama, they used to have like fruit sitting up there and like all kinds of stuff. So we have definitely taken fruit and
from the cab,
from the like the diner house, and like
I did that all the time when I was at Howard. We had a stir fry station, baby. I used to go up and get 2 plates. I would have my food plate, and then I'd be like, "Go ahead with me," and then I'd be at the table like,
"Oh yeah." Now see, with them, you could get a to-go box.
Oh, shout out to Alabama then.
Now, and depending on who was working the swipes, she might give you a to-go box and a plate because technically that was 2 swipes. So sometimes we would get a to-go box and like just eat off that or whatever, and you was good. I'm trying to think. Brokest thing I've ever done besides steal.
Now I can't tell you a story about somebody, not me, but I was in a situation and somebody they had me nervous because I thought I was gonna have to I just didn't know what was gonna happen because I had never been in a situation like this.
Mm-hmm.
So this was my freshman year of college, and me and another girl were going to get our nails done, and another young lady who we hung out with she was like, "Oh well, I don't have no money to get my nails done or nothing, but I want to go along with y'all, because I'm not doing nothing. Just tag along." We was like, "Cool, come on, whatever." So we go to get our nails done. I'm pretty much getting finished up, and my other friend is pretty much getting finished up, and we see homegirl hop out ass in the chair to get her nails done. So I'm looking I guess maybe
some funds came through.
Text some people, found some money from her checkings and savings. It's not my place to be like, right, you ain't got no money, whatever. So since she was just getting started, me and the other girl was like, "Hey, we're a little hungry. We'll be back. We're gonna go across the street to the Burger King, get us a little fire, whatever. We'll be back." Yeah. So we over there, we eating our food.
Okay, go on.
We sitting there, we eating. Maybe about 20-30 minutes come by. She come running across the street, just kind of, whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So she comes and she's like, "So if you give your student ID to somebody, what happens?" I'm like, "What do you mean if you give your student ID to somebody?" She was like, "Well, I got my nails done and I don't have money to pay for it. So I just gave them my student ID and told them I was coming over here to get the money and I'd be back, but I'm not going to pay them." I was like, "Well, they know where you go to school, so they can at least call the school and fine you, if they want their money back." I mean, they know where you go to school and you live here, so
and they know your name to get to the police.
And she was like, "So do you think that they were really?" I was like, "I mean, you stealing. Technically, they didn't work. They didn't actually work on your foot. You got acrylics, my nigga, not a manicure. You got to sit up there and got a file and a nail and with a powder and all of this. Yes, they gonna call police." She was like, "Are you sure?" And she got all scared. I'm like, "Yes, bitch. They're gonna put you under. You're going to jail."
Give them the student ID.
Why would you get your fucking nails done if you couldn't pay?
Maybe she just wanted to fit in, but that was crazy.
Safe to say, and this is my one thing: people will take money any kind of way they can get it, because she called her aunt and her aunt paid for her nails over the phone at the nail shop. So never let nobody tell you.
Wow. So y'all went back?
Yeah, because she got shook. Because I was like, "They're going to find you, bitch," because you gave them the Howard University ID that has your name on it.
They're a little bit more aggressive up north too.
And your picture. So
you might as well say, "Here, me, come get me."
And I'm like, "Now we can because they gonna think we with your ass."
Yeah.
I'm like, "So
I'm interested. What you would have did when you need your feeling?"
I guess you would have went to a different shop. But my thing is, don't be like that, because stuff like that come back on you.
That's ghetto.
And it's not, the fucking set is not worth that. It's
ghetto.
not. It's not worth stealing.
It's ghetto.
That's the worst thing I've ever been around.
Now, I know people get sticky fingers when they go through the self-checkout line at Walmart. Mm-hmm. I've never done that. I've never done that. I get all my things before. Who going to the self-checkout? Nobody. No, but for real, I've definitely done that. I don't know nothing else. Probably just little struggle meals and finessing things. Because I'm actually even though
the worst thing I did, I ain't gonna lie to you, I definitely went on some date with some niggas I could not give a flying fuck about. I'm not gonna cap to you. Is that what the young folks say? I'm not gonna cap to y'all. I have definitely been one of them girls, especially when I got the cheat code and I realized niggas really just will take you out and you just go. Yeah, I definitely hit up a couple. Because I was hungry and I got tired.
I never did that before.
I definitely did. I'm honest. I'm gonna be real about that. I definitely did.
I've never went out with them just for that, but have those meals come in handy. Yes.
No, I definitely. Sometimes I was like, I just kind of want to not have to cook, so.
No, I get it.
Or I just don't have the money to eat dinner. I spent it on lunch, so. And a nigga just so happen to ask me out on a date that day. Yeah, I'm free.
I feel you. I get that. I get that.
I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like, I haven't done that in a long time.
I get that.
But I've definitely done that. And I mean, it's the way of the world. And niggas, a lot of niggas know they're gonna get got anyway. That's why a lot of niggas don't want to spend, back to the point, a few months, they don't want to spend that money because they know they're gonna get got.
So, like, in the instances of getting got, do we feel bad for the victims of all these scammers? Because I don't know if y'all been watching Netflix a lot lately, but there are at least several. They come out with a new scammer show every day. I mean, inventing Anna, Tinder Swindler, Bad Vegan, that other one, Bad Roommate or whatever. Oh, yeah.
Or Crazy Roommate, whatever that shit.
Worst Roommate or something.
Yeah, worst
It's
roommate.
another one on there, too, that I watched. I can't remember, but that man was like a scammer, and it's kind of like the Bad Vegan thing, where he had kind of convinced this lady that he was like some kind of a spy or an agent. He actually convinced, first he convinced this guy, and then he convinced him to like rope his friends in, and it was two of them, and he basically had them on the run for 10 years, thinking that he was a spy, and that all these people were looking for them, and had this girl like wire him her trust fund money, and then years later, when he got away with that, basically he did it again to this other woman. But I can't remember what he told her. It was something different. But he basically alienated her away from her family, from her kids. And she's still out there. She hasn't seen her kids in like 7 or 8 years or something. So what must now I don't want to sound mean because y'all already see what I think about the transgender folks and everything. But y'all know how I feel about white folks. So is it like, because I've never seen any black people on these shows.
Now, I was watching, what was it, Poor Minds? Or was it Horrible Decision? Shout out to them, those women-led podcasts. But one of them was talking about the Tinder swindler more specifically, and they were like, if you look at all these women, they look like women that gonna get scammed. And I don't mean to be rude, but I know for 110% fact, if a nigga ever asked me and Jessica for $20,000, we gonna be like, and that's it. Ain't no words coming out of my mouth. Ain't no, like, we just gonna look because who the fuck?
The next thing he gonna hear is like, oh, okay, let me call you back. Wow.
It ain't even gonna be that. It's just gonna be doo. Call fail. Call fail.
That's so funny. No, like I don't get it. What's crazy to me, even the Bad Vegan lady, she was already $2 million in debt. I just finished watching that today, and I'm not gonna lie to you. First of all, what strikes me is the amount of lies and just the way that white people can get away with stuff. Because all of these people, inventing Anna. I mean, just walk your crazy ass up in there and tell people a lie, and they believe it. They don't question you. They kind of be looking squint like, I don't know if this bitch telling the truth, but I guess she is. Everybody else says she got money, so I guess she got money. But like, they just believe you out of nowhere, and your lie able to live for years. And then you can't even go to damn jail. They end up getting out of jail because it's like a non-violent offense.
Or you be in jail, and then now they making Netflix movies and TV shows
about you. And now you famous.
Inventing
and that's exactly what she wanted.
She got all that money back, basically, and paid her lawyers off and all of that. So I don't know. The Anna shit is wild. I don't know if y'all have watched that.
It is.
And it was it's based on a true story, but it was, I think, written and produced by Shonda Rhimes.
Yeah.
And it's about, I forgot her name, and some white girl who claims to be like a Russian heiress or some type of heiress that has all this so-called money that ain't never showed up. And she scammed hotels, jets, clothes, people,
investors, all
kinds of people, and she was just gallivanting throughout the world on everybody else's dime, and they thought she was rich. Crazy. And the Tinder swindler, y'all dumb as fuck. This man came to y'all saying he was rich as fuck and then asked you for money. What rich nigga gonna ask you for money if he rich?
My enemies was behind, they was coming after me. My enemies.
But if you the rich nigga, why you asking me for the money? Come on. What, and I'm sorry to use him as a reference, but use your common sense. Use Use your common sense.
I did not do this stuff.
Like, if he's already a rich nigga, why does the rich nigga need the poor? Because y'all are technically poor to him. Poor nigga's money.
1 + 1 is not equaling 2 over here. Like the
And
whole
y'all
time,
taking out loans.
y'all. And I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Because I don't know. When people manipulate folks, they know exactly who to do it to. Okay, so when he probably told you some lies in the beginning, some crazy shit, like, because all the shit they be telling them is crazy as fuck, and they just be like, oh wow, a secret agent.
I just believed him at that time.
Oh, I just thought he swept me off my feet. So like when he told a lie like that, he probably thinking, oh shit, another one. Like, y'all, you can't
$20,000 though.
No. And see, this right here is why I be saying I don't want to like be with everybody so soon because of stuff like that. Because even if it's not the swindling of the money, it's the playing of the games. Yeah. And like niggas being married. Yeah, or like, you know, it's the lies behind it. It's like sometimes that's why I be wanting to see like people at all day, you know, at all times of the day before I decide, let me, you know, do all this other stuff with them. Because at the end of the day, niggas really don't be worthy. Nah, everybody don't deserve you.
No.
And everybody damn sure don't deserve your hard-earned money.
You learn how to do your Googles. Do your Carfax, whatever the fuck.
Yeah. And even when folks be telling them, like, I'm bad vegan, that man, he ain't even had a sense to like change his name on the call ID or nothing, because he called the restaurant and his real name popped up on the caller ID, and so the people in the restaurant thought it was messy. Some shit I would have did. And guess what? His mugshot came up, and so when they went to her, she was like, "Oh my god, I was so shocked. I didn't know."
You'd be surprised how often people don't actually Google folks. I'm a Google.
I didn't know. Like, why? I didn't know, but when I went to him, he gave me a good excuse, and he said that he had just gotten into some trouble.
Nah, that roommate one. Have you watched those? That roommate one where it was one guy. He was like a runner over in like Paraguay or somewhere, and he like had this house, and he was like a hostel, and he was renting out to people, and he was basically taking one person's rent money and giving other money to somebody that's taking his person's rent money.
He was supposed to be Israeli, and when it
was a whole lot of Israeli. Every time that girl said that nigga said something, I said, well, that was a lie. I could have told you that. If that was a damn lie, I could have told you that. And that shit don't even sound right.
You see, the one he tried to kill is the girl who was seeing through that shit. Because he at the table like, yeah, I had to run in there. He in there telling stories.
He was in the military.
He in there telling stories like Soldier Boy.
Yeah, he hopped out the plane and shot the nigga. Try to kill her ass. Left her for dead. He like that for dead hoe. My man, your man left you for dead hoe. Left her for dead. Like y'all better Google these motherfuckers. Y'all better get their name, their middle name, their last name, where they work, address.
Because he had done that like all over the place before.
And it's like all y'all had to do was Google.
Now I think with the Tinder swindler, he had a whole bunch of names. So even if she had to just took the picture, y'all be trying. Y'all say y'all be watching TV, but I don't know if you do. Okay, take the picture, put it in Google. This motherfucker had photoshopped himself in the family pictures. When they did that, I said, wow. And you know what's like funny to me? None of those people, the guy who's supposed to be his bodyguard, the bitch with his baby mama, all of them making money off of that. And none of them got brought up on any charges. Probably because they can't prove it, but his whole little posse, like, because he has to have a team to do that.
I wish I had it in me to scam like that, y'all. But they would lock my ass up.
Oh, because you bad?
They would lock my ass up. I couldn't even steal a private jet. They'd be like, we need you to pay in full. In cash.
Let me see your ID.
In cash. We need to pull them out in cash up front.
Let me see your ID. Is this your jet?
We see what happened to Ryan Coogler. The nigga couldn't even get money out his bank account.
Crazy.
He couldn't get. It's folks out here taking loans out, taking mortgages, all this shit, scamming and all this shit, and a nigga couldn't even go to the bank to get money out his bank account.
And he's literally directed like the biggest movie in the world.
He's been Oscar shit. Oscar nominated, my nigga. Created one of the biggest films, in history. Except like Black Panther.
Sounds about right. I wonder, is it like, because it don't look like the meat was giving. It don't look like for none of them men the meat was like doing all that.
But again, it's probably them type of women, like, and I hate to be, because it's Women's Month, and I know that we're not supposed to speak on like looks and all of that, but you said it earlier. It's men know who they can play and who they can't, and them women, a lot of them women, I don't want to say exude like they
give off weak bitch energy.
Yeah, but they give off I'm gonna give $20,000 to a nigga energy. Cause a nigga he could never step to me and just come be like, let me hold 20 grand.
Like, that's like the Tinder swindler asking Carisha, hey, send me.
I can't send you a damn thing.
Do you really think? And you're supposed to be a billionaire.
And you asking me for $20,000. It's the life I ever heard it. Now, another topic, because there are a lot of movies that have come out and that are coming out. We have the Get Outs and the Antebellums and the Us and the You and the whatever the fuck else adjectives, and then we have this other them, they, all these pronouns.
Lovecraft Country is kind of
Lovecraft Country, and then we'll have Nope coming out this summer with Keke Palmer and Daniel Kaluuya. And you sent this to me actually. Yeah, it was a post made by Amanda Seals, and she was saying, "Who are these
resident homegirl?
Are these Black trauma films, horror films for? Who are they for? Are they for Black people, or are they for white people?" And I think it's a combination of both.
I mean, it's entertainment, so it's definitely for both. I think both audiences are gonna get two different things out of it, because obviously we watching it with two sets of different eyes and experiences and all that stuff. There's another movie coming out with Regina Hall, where it's like the school. Have you seen?
Oh yeah, Amazon Prime.
That's coming out. It looks good too. But I'm not mad at these movies.
Like these movies. I like
because
I like thriller horror shit.
Yeah, I like. Well, okay, this is the thing. I like seeing Black people in different settings in movies than we usually see. Like,
on the plantation.
Yeah, on the plantation, or even like, homegirl. Like Tyler Perry as like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like seeing us in different settings other than just those. So like we rarely get like good horror movies.
Yeah.
So
and there are never Black people in them,
or they die first. So I like this genre. What I see what she's saying, where like a lot of the Black horror movies are rooted in like Black trauma.
Yeah, and
slavery. So I do wish that it could be like maybe sometimes it's other things. Because one thing Hollywood know how to do is beat a dead horse. And I feel like that's what that kind of a movie is doing good.
Yes,
let's do 78 of those.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get that. That movie with Amari Hardwick, with Loretta Devine, I can't remember the name of it. That one was good. And it was like
I actually liked, what was it? The one on Amazon Prime. Was it Us? Was it called Us?
Oh, it was called Them.
Okay. I like, what was that? Lena Waithe? That was actually pretty fucking good.
That was really good.
I know the world was like she ripping off Jordan Peele. She very well probably was.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a good rip off.
Oh, it was very good. It was very good.
And I love Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft Country. I'm so sad that it's not coming back. Okay, yeah, the name of that movie with Omari Hardwick is called Spell. Okay. But it's got like that voodoo and like, witchcraft kind of a thing in it. So it's not really like Black trauma, but at the same time that is something that we identify with, like with playing with herbs and like
in our history.
That's in our history. So it was a nice like spin on that, and that was a really good movie. But yeah, Them was really good, and I ain't gonna lie, Them was scary to me because it was very like real.
Antebellum was actually kind of good too to me.
Yeah, Antebellum.
Janelle Monáe, like I like it, but I am over the horror being, oh, I'm a slave, or oh, I'm in 1963 and Emmett Till died. Like, let's move into horror to the 21st century.
I agree.
Like, let's bring it to now. Like, let's, that's the beauty, I think, of Get Out. That's what it was like. It was horror, but it wasn't like, it was current. Yeah, it was a twist. It was you kind of didn't know where it was going. It kept you on your toes.
I want to see the movie Alice with Keke Palmer. With her. I do want to see Nope too.
Shout out to Keke
Palmer. Keke Palmer. I love her. But I do want to see that. I know in Alice it's supposed to be about this plantation, and that's based on a true story where in some of the southern states when slavery was over, I mean, of course they ain't had no TV. They didn't tell the slaves, and so some of them had slaves like up into the 70s, and that's what that movie is about. And she escapes from slavery only to see like it's a whole different world out here. A whole new world. So yeah, I'm interested to see how that's
kind of like Antebellum.
Well, it is, but they've basically created their own world. It's like they put them.
Yeah, they brought them
there.
To the
those people really like. That's so crazy. That is such a mind fuck. You think it's like the times or what the times are, and it's like boogies and wagons, and then you escape from slavery and see a car.
That's a lot, though. My thing is like, how did you not know? Not that, because I get it, but I don't get. Y'all ain't never seen a plane fly over or nothing.
I don't know.
You heard a noise? Like, you could be deep in the woods. You
said that like a slave. You ain't heard a noise.
Because I'm just like, I get that you was out there, but you didn't hear not a damn thing for the last however many decades.
You know what? I don't know.
You didn't see times changing? Like, they
probably couldn't leave, so they can't really like see times changing. But
you hear no cars honking in the distance?
Probably not. Now, have you ever been to like the country before?
No, I don't frequent places. I can't.
So, like, I have family that's like deep in the country, and the last time that we went down there, we went to one of my uncle's funerals. But to get to the church was on a dirt road. So, like,
I don't like those type of places.
Nah, that's why you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really, there are no street lights out there. You need to be where you're going to be at by the time it get to be nighttime. So, if they somewhere like that, and it's super duper rural, and it's not a whole lot of, because even out there, like, it ain't no fucking Walmart. Like, it's not even really a gas station.
Oh,
so, they probably just didn't know.
You're right.
I don't know if planes fly over there, you know what I'm saying? But that is crazy.
I also think these films are for white people.
Oh, I do too.
It makes it easier for them to swallow the trauma that has happened.
Does it make it easier?
I think so. In movie form, in propaganda form, where it's like acting, it's, I think it's easier for them to take down some of the things that are discussed. Because if we just get up here and be like, y'all used to eat us, they'd be like, it's,
but it's for the drama.
But if you put it in a movie and you put nice actors in it, you get the storyline, it's like more digestible, I think.
I think that, maybe so. I think a lot of times they find pleasure in it, to be honest. They probably, like, I'm going to be, a lot of white people, like, we live in Alabama. A lot of white people that think whatever they think about black folks, they're not sleeping bad at night. Yeah. So when they see trauma in these movies and stuff, they kind of think, wow, that happens to black people, not me, because I'm white. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not all watching the movies like, I can't believe my ancestors did that. I'm so sorry. A lot of them are watching that like, they be like, what happened to niggas? Like, we can't even assume that all of them are having like a profound experience.
I don't think they're having profound, but I do think it's more digestible to the public, like as a whole.
Oh, maybe so, to the public.
For them to take it in. Because it's like, for instance, y'all can make a TV show about Emmett Till's life, but you can't talk about Emmett Till in school. So that's what I'm saying. I think it's like a lot more digestible for them to see black trauma put on film and put on screen for it to kind of click in, because it's not as brutal and it's not as raw.
Right, obviously, yeah, you can't show everything. Yeah. And honestly, I feel like that's more of a way for us to be pacified than anything. Mm-hmm. Because even though they put that on TV, they never brought anybody to justice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that ain't the first damn Emmett Till movie, show, documentary, whatever.
Yeah.
And nothing was done way back then. Oh, did you see how they want Carol Bryant now to be like charged with something? Because I think she may be one of the last living people who had anything to do. Yeah, I think so.
All that stuff.
I hope they highlight
everybody in that case already. My thing is, what bugs me a lot of that stuff is that people be knowing that folks wrong. It don't be no doubt in nobody's mind about whether or not the person guilty. It's about the color of the skin. That's all it's about when it comes to those type of cases, specifically back in those times.
Yeah,
everybody knew that them motherfuckers was guilty.
Everybody. Oh yeah, I mean we know they're guilty without a shadow of a doubt. But I would love, even though she'll probably never do it, I would love for her to just speak out and say like why she did that, or even if
she some white woman shit. Just how they portrayed her in a TV show as this battered wife who was afraid of her husband that she had to lie so that he wouldn't, beat her. And honestly,
they kind of made her seem like she was remorseful after she learned what they did.
They victimized her.
Yeah, they did, and that's classic white woman shit. But even if she spoke out and was like, "Yeah, I did it, and I don't feel bad," I don't give a fuck what she say. I would just like to hear from her, what. You know what I'm saying?
No, you're eating her ass up on the inside. That's
but it might not.
I think it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these white people who family did stuff like that, or who did stuff like that, they don't feel bad. They don't. Y'all do
feel bad now, but she sure gonna feel bad when she burning in hell.
Yeah, well, I hope he kick her ass all through.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna be honest. I believe people like that are gonna go to hell.
Yeah, she might not feel bad.
You can't be.
She might be like, well, "That's what you do that then." I'm sorry to this man.
Well, I'm sorry you on here. And we gonna end on a good note. Well, a somewhat positive note. I haven't looked at the news since we've been here. But over the course of the last few days, I don't want to mess up her name either. But as y'all know, back in February, President Biden nominated
Ketanji
Brown Jackson, I think, or Jack. I'm so sorry if I'm butchering your name, ma'am. But she's basically been going through her hearings with the Supreme Court for the nomination to become a Supreme Court judge, the first Black woman Supreme Court judge, if I might add.
Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Okay, yeah, Ketanji Brown Jackson. But I wanted to say that she's our good sis of the week, one, because she's making history, but also because of, I don't know if you've been watching or seeing the clips, but I've been trying to tune in and kind of, I've seen Twitter and Instagram, is the way she's been handling herself. Because when I tell you that they have been trying to get Miss Mamas to go the fuck off up in that room, up in that courthouse, like today, what's his name? Ted Cruz was asking her questions, but then would not even let her fucking answer the fucking question he was asking before he interrupted her to say some more shit. And I'm like, how the fuck you gonna ask me how I feel about some shit, and when I start talking, you cut me the fuck off. And then get mad because the head judge is like, nigga, you went over your time, so it's over with now. And he's like, you took up my time talking to me. He's like, no, you took up your time talking. It's just. But shout out to her because
is it surprising?
It's not surprising how they're treating her, but I'm just happy that it's when people are recognizing it and they're talking about it, and that she. Again, it's the way she's handling herself.
Yeah.
It's with the class. It's with she's not in there talking about I didn't been to Harvard, I didn't went to whatever. She's, very.
I mean, if we want to go there, she handled herself even better than Kamala Jackson. Because she used to try to go off in a lot of stuff before she got nominated or whatever. But
she hasn't raised her voice. She answers the questions directly. She just it's very poised. Yeah. It's very poised, and everybody besides them dumbass Republican, Supreme Court justices and other people and senators who are questioning her, everybody else has praised her and, you know, talked about it. It's just, again, I just wanted to say that she's the good sister of the week because, you know, she's making history just by being nominated. Oh, yeah. And I have a good feeling that she's going to get, you know. I really hope so. I have a good feeling that she'll get the seat. Yeah.
I just feel like, you know, when
she's more qualified than all the other bitches in that house anyway. Somebody made a chart and it was like everything she did compared to everybody else.
And how many times we see that happen where they know the child? That's why I say, like, I really hope she gets it, and I'm rooting for her. And I love everything about it, like the class, you know, killing them with silence. A lot of times, all you got to do is sit up and let somebody else be the damn fool.
True.
If you let a fool be a fool,
they'll put their foot in their mouth.
Everybody can see that, especially when it's a grown ass man, supposedly, allegedly, talking to a woman like that. And you're supposed to be from the South. No respect.
That man, I mean, every time she opened her mouth, interrupted her.
Yeah, I love it, but we'll see what happens. We see overqualified black folks being and running for jobs all the time that they don't get. Yeah. So when it comes to our country, you just don't know. But I'm rooting for her, and I love it. So and she's beautiful.
Yes. So hopefully by the time we watch this, it's over. She's been confirmed. And all of that. And we'll probably update that on the Instagram. And keep y'all posted on that.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty much it for this week. Bel Air was good last week, but it wasn't anything like.
What happened?
Oh no, it was because Will's mom came to visit. It was his birthday.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what the secret is because I've been hearing a rumor that people are saying that Viv is Will's real mom.
Now I'm not getting that. I think that because it's something with the daddy. He out there somewhere, but I feel like they may have paid him to go away.
But why?
Maybe he was a troublemaker or something.
That's what the mama said. She said he was into like a lot of get rich.
She said that I paid all his debts.
Okay.
So maybe like in exchange for paying all his debts, she told him to leave or whatever. And Viv and them, they always say, oh, well, if he finds out what we did, if he finds out like, we kept this from him, he'll be mad. So I don't know. I guess maybe they made him like go away or something. But I feel kind of bad because, well, one, I don't like the way that he spoke to Jeffrey, Uncle Phil. When he
got beside himself.
He did, and sometimes, we had to remember who we are. Don't do that. But especially somebody who know all your secrets. But I hate now that Will ask Jeffrey to find him.
Yeah.
And so like that may create some tension because, one asked him to do one thing and one asked him to do the other.
He gonna definitely do that because he has a kid himself. And he
wanted to do it anyway.
So he gonna definitely do that, and Uncle Phil gonna be big pissed. He gonna be big pissy. So we'll see we'll see how he handles that.
Yeah. Good episode though.
Tommy's also nothing too exciting. I'm glad homegirl gone. Fake Maya. She got out of there. Yeah. I'm glad
we're gonna see how that turned out.
I hope she don't come back.
So I'm guessing she took the money from the sister.
Probably.
Yeah.
She probably was like, it ain't worth this shit. And it's not. Not for her. It's not worth it. Diamond still blowing homegirl back out. Shout out to you. Real MVP.
This goes out to you.
And she not an op. So I thought she was a police officer, but she's a journalist.
Yeah, I knew she was something.
I thought she was a cop.
Now I'm gonna say this, sis. Either you gonna write the story or you gonna tell them. Because at this point, just choosing to be with him and what he into, you gonna find your ass shot for no damn reason.
She don't take me as somebody who want to be a part of that. But I think she kind of like him now. They don't introduce characters like that unless they're gonna mean something. So
yeah, I think she kind of like him now.
He put that thing on her. She said, what you say? Did you feel special?
And did?
I'm still stuck on it. Oh man,
I'm watching it over.
It was very beautiful. It was a beautiful exchange between two beautiful black people.
Yeah.
I don't know about y'all, but I like seeing black people have sex. Beautiful black folks have sex.
I like when the sex scenes are done like with tastefully. Yeah. Like even if they showing a little nudity, because I think they did show like her boobs or whatever.
And maybe
but it wasn't like it wasn't like violent.
Yeah. It was very sensual.
It was.
Even in the barbershop, it was like
yes. Oh, I like it, and I love that. Like
in comparison to the brother in the car fucking off the drugs, yeah, it was definitely.
But his was funny because he was like, "I like this.
What the fuck is this shit?
I gotta have this."
That nigga,
I like it. That was funny.
It was stupid.
Yeah.
I think little boy is about ready to go talk to his daddy.
And I mean, at this point, he kind of needs to, or he needs to stay away from like. Because it's gonna be a little too like close. Because if that boy, if the brother find out that he know him like that, and he got an in with Tommy, he gonna use him even more.
Well, now you know he not with them because he pulled up acting crazy outside the club.
Oh yeah.
And the friend pulled the gun on him.
We're gonna see.
I think he gonna run to his daddy now that he ain't a part of that little crew no more.
We're gonna see.
Because he already told Tommy, he was like, "Hey, somebody out here looking for you."
We're gonna see. That'll be interesting. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what he gonna do. I wish they get my edge up or something.
I just need them to add something. Can we bring this ghost back or something to be talking to Tommy? Like, it's just missing a little flair, a little edge. But I think my favorite character right now is the girl with the scar, Liliana. I like Liliana. And the chemist. They gonna kill her though.
That's what they probably will.
She gonna die.
She gonna probably die.
She gonna die. Homegirl
and it's probably gonna be on accident because Tommy really don't want to kill her. It's just now she know too much.
I don't ever think Tommy truly wants to kill. Besides, like when he be out there, you know, like bodyguards and shit. But I don't think when it comes specifically women, I think that Tommy really does have a high regard for women.
Yeah, I think so. And maybe it's
until they betray him, and that's when
like, maybe it's the thing with his mom. But also too, he got a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. So he know that girl don't want to be involved with that at all. She just kind of found herself in a bad position, and now she had to help them. But of course, she don't. You know what I'm saying? Like she don't have anything to do.
At least start paying homegirl. Give a little quiet hush money. She might, you know.
Okay,
I'm just saying
something.
But I think that's all we got for this week. We appreciate y'all. Like y'all really are. Like we are getting more and more feedback each week. With the episodes that we're dropping, people are like DMing me and texting me and just telling me how proud they are of us. So we thank y'all so much. Continue to show that support. Subscribe to our YouTube. Please subscribe.
Yes.
And comment and share and repost. If you can. But most importantly, just follow us and stay tuned in. All our stuff is right here at _BBPC, and we have Twitter. We have Instagram. And we have TikTok.
Yes.
And then follow us on TikTok. Yes. Please follow us on TikTok. Y'all be playing with the TikToks. And look, we're going to get it though. We're going to get the algorithm down and we're going to get the sounds together and we're going to get the views. Also follow me on my personal pages at The Real Albany Ayana on Twitter. No, Instagram. Sorry, Instagram. And then Twitter is at _Albany Ayana _.
All right, and on Instagram, I'm Jessie, JESSI _Monique, and it's the same on Twitter, just with 2 E's on Monique. Thank y'all for watching.
Yes.
We love y'all. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, all that YouTuber shit, and we'll see you next week.
Stay safe out here, y'all.
Okay.